In my previous video, I had an interview with an automotive engineer on how to service a vehicle, but I forgot something: how to service a suction tube. That is what the engineer is going to be showing me how to service the suction tube. Not a step-by-step process, but an idea on how to service the suction tube. Join me guys as we learn together.
The vehicle used for today's illustration is a Toyota Camry 2018 model. In this vehicle, the suction tube is found under the passenger seat. That is where you will find the suction tube. And make sure you move the passenger seat gently in order not to damage your passenger seat. You have to make use of a screwdriver to remove your passenger seat. You have to make use of a chisel and hammer to remove the lock on the suction tube. Because the suction tube is locked with a round metal that locks the suction tube inside the fuel tank. So you have to make use of a chisel and hammer to remove that lock because it is very tight. And as you're removing the suction tube, you have to be very sure that you do not damage any of the wires. A stainless thinner is used to clean the suction tube. It should be refilled into a smaller bottle. It is very important to refill it into a smaller bottle. After you have refilled it into a smaller bottle, then you use it to clean the suction tube. And you have to spray it gently to clean the suction tube. Very important. Spray it gently to clean the suction tube. The next thing to remove is the fuel pump. It's a device that pumps fuel into the injection nozzle to aid combustion in the vehicle. So you have to clean and remove that also in order not to damage it with the thinner, because it's always used with the fuel. Then the fuel pressure regulator is removed also, and be carefully not to damage. The fuel pressure regulator is also removed, and you have to be careful not to damage it. See, the fuel pump housing is cleaned with a stainless thinner. The fuel pump housing must be cleaned with a stainless thinner, which is that stainless thinner using to clean it. The fuel pump housing must be cleaned with a stainless thinner. And also make sure you shake it well so as to remove the dirt. Make sure you shake it well so as to remove the dirt.
After that, you clean the fuel pump strainer with the stainless thinner. You would have sprayed a lot of thinner on this fuel pump strainer. Then you clean the top surface of the suction tube with a soft brush while spraying the stainless thinner on it.
Now put back the fuel pump into the housing. See, now the fuel pump needs to be put back into the housing. You have to couple every single component back into the suction tube. In coupling all those fuel pump, all those important components back to the suction tube, you have to make sure not to misplace any of them in their position. It is very important not to misplace any of them in their position, because a suction tube is a very important device in your vehicle. So make sure you have to be careful when you're removing them, and also when you're putting them back, in order not to misplace any part in the vehicle.
After inserting the lock pin, then you insert the rubber seal, which has already been lubricated with the engine oil.
Another thing you have to notice is that when you're putting back the fuel pressure regulator, you have to make use of an engine oil to clean it. The engine oil aids you when you're putting it inside the hole, so that it will not be hard to remove and not be hard to put it inside. So you have to oil it.
Now you couple back all these components carefully inside the suction tube and place all the wire correctly and carefully. Make sure you test the suction tube durability when placing the wire in order to ensure that when taking it up and down, the wire does not move from its fixed position. Then you put back the suction tube inside the fuel tank and insert the metal lock.
Then you insert back the suction tube inside the fuel tank and insert the metal lock. When you're inserting the suction tube inside the fuel tank and inserting the metal lock, you have to be careful not to damage any of those parts. It is very, very important. Then you place back the metal cover and put back the glue. After you place back the metal cover and put back the glue, you have to make sure that none of the parts are opened. You have to make sure that it is sealed. You have to make sure none of the parts are open, and you have to make sure that it is sealed. Close back the passenger seat. That is how you service your suction tube.
Then you place back the metal cover and put back the glue. Close back the passenger seat, and this is how you service your suction tube. See you guys in the next video.